Hello there guys, welcome to Dinos World. This is the all-new Benelli Leoncino 500, the return of the king. The Lion King himself is back because this is a legend with an outstanding legacy of its own. So today we'll find out as to whether it lives up to all the hype that surrounds this motorcycle. So this is the Benelli Leoncino. For those who aren't aware, this was Benelli's best-selling bike back in 1951, where it came powered by 350 and 500cc single-cylinder engines and was available in 2-stroke as well as 4-stroke forms back then itself. Also, talking about Benelli's rich racing heritage, Benelli had won 3 Isle of Man TT championships in the 250cc class in the years 1939, 1950 and 1969 respectively. They've also won the MotoGP Constructors title in 1950 and 1969 in the quarter-liter class. And the word Leoncino means lion's cub in English, which is why we have the lion symbol on the front fender. Now, giving you guys a quick overview of the bike, the design is typically that of a scrambler, but this street-focused version can be termed as a motard because the bike is stripped bare of all the panels and excess weight such that it can literally fly at the ring of the throttle. The chassis comprises of steel tube trellis frame that offers superb rigidity and balance to lend the bike amazing handling characteristics. Perfectly complementing this is the rear monoshock and the swing arm that support the bike really well at high speeds. Also, the front end feel is rock solid thanks to the meaty 50mm upside down forks, which are undoubtedly best in segment. The overall design is so fresh that the typical retro styling with modern elements coming together in perfect harmony literally makes you fall for it right from the very first glance. The round headlamp is something that enjoys a cult following, and this being one of the few bikes to offer it here in India will really make the bike stand apart. I also love the way the tail lamp has come out. It looks absolutely gorgeous as it lights up. The stitching on the ribbed pattern seat is beautifully done. The shortened front and rear fenders remind us of a motard kind of a styling. The dual port exhaust sounds really cool, just like all other Benelli machines. The instrument cluster is neatly laid out and does offer all the relevant info, including the gear position indicator, engine temperature, ambient temperature, and the speed display comes in km/h as well as miles per hour. The switchgear is of good quality and the overall fit and finish seems to be quite impressive. Talking about the brakes, we get massive dual 320mm discs up front with radially mounted 4-piston calipers and a single 260mm disc at the back. We do get dual channel ABS, and the best part about this is that the ABS is switchable. We get Pirelli Angel tires with 17-inch wheels. The tires are tubeless. We get a 120/70 tire up front and a 160/60 tire at the back. We also get a Leoncino Trail Edition, which would offer spoke wheels with a larger 19-inch front wheel and block pattern off-roading tires. This Trail Edition might be launched later this year or early next year. Talking about the power plant, powering the Leoncino 500 is the same engine from the TRK 502, but in a different state of tune. Here, we get an 8-valve liquid-cooled 500cc parallel twin that puts out 47.5 PS of max power at 8,500 RPM and 46 Newton meters of max torque at 6,000 RPM. We get a 6-speed gearbox. Ground clearance is 145mm, which didn't bother me even when I did some off-roading on this bike. Seat height is 815mm. Tank capacity is 13.5 liters, which offers decent tank range, and the price is 4.79 lakhs ex-showroom. Now, talking about my first ride impression, please note that I'm doing a voiceover here because my GoPro recorded a lot of wind noise. I think something went wrong with my GoPro mic adapter. Anyway, the bike itself is an absolute firecracker in every which way possible. The seat is nice and comfortable. It's not too hard nor too soft. The foot pegs are perfectly set, and the raised handlebar offers a commanding riding posture while riding seated, and it even holds up perfectly well when you stand up and ride through the off-road trails. The high-speed stability is as good as it can get. The bike feels rock solid and doesn't even budge an inch even while doing speeds of around 177 km per hour. There is no vibration whatsoever in the higher RPMs, but lower down in the RPMs you do feel a slight buzz on the handlebar. Maybe that's because this is a rev happy engine. The more you rev it, the more it feels at ease. No vibrations are felt post 85 km per hour and upwards. The monoshock and the swing arm support the chassis perfectly well while doing triple digit speeds. The Pirelli tires offer superb road grip even on wet surfaces and do end up giving you complete confidence to literally play around with this bike. This is a perfect all-rounder, I can say, a bike that you can use for city commutes, a bike you'll thoroughly enjoy on weekend rides, and this bike can also handle a little bit of off-roading, but I'm sure the trail edition with spoke wheels, larger front wheel and block pattern tires would be an absolute lunatic on the dirt. The clutch feel is not too heavy, the throttle action is light and responsive, the gearbox is smooth, but I did encounter a few false neutrals. Overall, I feel that this bike is a medium to experiencing pure riding pleasure that is sure to win many hearts across our nation. The braking is very impressive as well. The best part is that the dual channel ABS is switchable and can be turned off completely while you are in the mood to throw around some dirt. Even under harsh braking scenarios, the bike comes to a standstill in a very controlled manner, and I feel the braking on this bike is definitely confidence inspiring. So I guess this wraps up my review of the Leoncino 500. I hope you found this video useful. If you like what you've seen and want to see more, please hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon and you'll be the first to get all the updates from Dinos World. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Until then, take care, God bless and ride safe.